And Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole Award chant will be rocking this place. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Gators will put total leather to crank us up. He's going to bring it out from deep. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense working from the pistol. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Wasting no time taking a shot. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't have the longevity historically that a lot of other rivalries have in college football, but this game always means so much. It impacts the conference championship race, the national championship race, and the Heisman Trophy race.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. What a snag by the defense. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
This is obviously a quarterback that has had a lot of success here in recent weeks, and you wonder maybe if he's feeling himself just a little bit too much, a little bit too eager here in the opening drive, taking a shot deep down the field he probably shouldn't have, and the defense made him pay for it with the INT.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away. Last meeting was a classic as the Gators pulled out a close one.
Guys, it's a rivalry game that gets circled in the offseason, and for Gator fans in Gainesville and across the country, they have been bragging all year long after that win last season.
Got out of trouble and throws. This time he's got him. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They'd be looking at a 53-yard field goal from here. Instead, they'll try to pick it up on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. So going for it on 4th down is one thing. Quite another to say we're going to run it for a couple.
Yeah, that's impressive because that was a long 2 yards. And I think there are a lot of coaching staffs out there that would have probably tried to throw it or get their quarterback on the perimeter or give him a run-pass option, but not this offense. They believe in their guys up front. to get down in a three-point stance and drive off the ball, and it works out.
Looking to pass on second down. They're bringing heat. Smashes through. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Got enough space, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida! It's as if every play call with this guy, you've got the play that's called, and if that doesn't work, something that might even be more dangerous.
How nice is that as an offensive coordinator, right, Reese? You know that even if what you called isn't exactly going to work, this guy can just pull a rabbit out of the hat. He can go backyard football and just take off. Man, this guy is fun to watch.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Give to the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback checking off. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Off play action. Extending the play. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric one has him set up.
All right, defensive ends, you've got to do a better job not getting too far up the field on these pass rush situations. You got to be able to retrace. You can get to the level of the quarterback, but then you've got to slow yourself down under control. It's making it way too easy on this QB to know, hey, when these guys get upfield too much and there's a lane, I'm taking off. It's just too easy for me with my speed.
They lost ground on first down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The run and the end zone. Touchdown, no! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking for a crease to the left. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He wants to throw. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown Seminoles. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And David, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He looks that one in nicely. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. And the Gators are on the move. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Quarterback on the keeper. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football, so the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fires to the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, Gators! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
He missed it. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Tulsa. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Got his man quickly. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Wenke, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And the blitz gets to him just like that. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, and you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in '06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Kearse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Let's go! Cut it.
From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. At the 40, there he goes. Nothing but green ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Now from inside the red zone. Headed to the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores.
And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And down he goes back at the 3. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Touchdown, Noles! And how about the kicking game coming up with a play? A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You could play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one, third and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll start this drive firing. He'll heave it deep. And he throws another interception, his third of the night.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. Second interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. One more snap coming before halftime. Going up top on first down. Dances away. He chucks one out to the right. And it's his fourth interception of the night. Gets away from one, finds room. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go.
He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
So they'll try to salvage this drive on second and long from the 12. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man down the middle. And they get him down.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page. And you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time. Right when the wide receiver breaks, the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hawkins. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Gators headed quickly to the line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He wants to throw it again. Right down the middle. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Bringing it back. The 10. Touchdown Seminoles. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Then quarterbacks in zone coverage, they have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Appalachian State is ahead in this one, and we've seen this program pull off some incredible wins over the years, but they're not there yet. They're up by 11 over Old Dominion. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's got it. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Trying to find his man on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Florida! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Number 82 with the catch and score.
Looking for the two-point try. They want to throw it. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. So they got the score. The lead is still 18 as they prepare to kick off. Looking for blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. The give on the inside. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He caught it! Touchdown, Florida State! And the pummeling has started. That Seminole war chant is getting louder as Florida State has built a big lead.
The Seminoles have been able to seize the momentum here in the second half, and they are now running away with this thing. Big plays all over the field have the Noles now looking good.
And they tacked on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Got the quick pass. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Takes the handoff. It's Daniels. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Handoff to the single back. Powers through the defender.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender, and they're reading him, and basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So, good luck stopping him.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up in the game.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. They get to him as he throws. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Final play of the quarter coming. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's looking to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Florida State 45, Florida 20.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Here's the handoff. At the 45, on his way. He's loose. Touchdown, Knowles! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way home.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the... And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They come to the line, hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17.
Well, this defense thought coming into this one they could get after the quarterback, but I'm not sure, guys, if they thought they'd have this much success. Everything they've dialed up has gotten home. They've got 6 sacks in this game.
He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. Backed up deep in their own territory on 2nd and inches. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
He's got him, and they convert. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make a jump. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Quarterback gets the 1st down and more. And after the explosive run, giving this offense a little bolt of energy, he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. The Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Into the end zone, and he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing?
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That delay of game penalty pushes the offense back even closer to its own end zone. The offense set for a first down play. They go to the ground. Gives them a little breathing room. Picks up 5 and gets it to the 7-yard line.
Like 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. At the 20, he's got space. Off he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Power football with the run. Hard-hitting tackle.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
This is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat, it's been that kind of day for this defense.
He'll keep it himself. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the game. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They're up by just 1 over Ohio. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
What can you say about the impact this dude has had on this game? He has been completely unblockable all game long, guys. That's his 3rd sack of the game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Still on his feet at the 45. Open runway ahead.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this